If instead of rebooting movies, retelling them from a different point of view became popular, which movie would you like retold? The game starring Michael Douglas. I want to see it from Consumer Recreation Services point of view. I want to see how they manage all the actors and situations to make sure everything goes the way they want it. Edit. I want to thank everyone for agreeing this movie is great, underrated, and the upvotes. Thank you to you Blogsley for the silver. People brought up Cabin in the Woods. My issue with Cabin in the Woods is those people didn't know beforehand what might or was going to happen. Michael Douglas' character knew about the organization and how Sean Penn's character talked about the experience. Also, it's in the woods. The game was done in San Francisco, so if this movie was done, you can show different parts of San Francisco like the Golden Gate Bridge in different areas of San Fran these actors live in. The Truman Show. Truman grew up in front of the cameras in a fictional town. Michael Douglas' character does neither. Final Destination from Death's perspective. I imagine it would just be skeleton hands setting up deadly Rube Goldberg machine with some classical music in the back. Groundhog Day, a day in the life of Ned Ryerson. Mean Girls told by the girl who doesn't even go there. Forrest Gump told from Lieutenant Dan's perspective. Could be really good focusing on his training then getting sent to Vietnam and being in charge of an idiot. Then the struggles of a soldier returning from war and the way the vet treated him. Just for him to reunite with the idiot soldier who saved his life. Princess and the Frog. We got Maleficent out of Sleeping Beauty, so where the fuck is Dr. Facilia's backstory? He had a debt with literal demons and nobody seems to give a shit. Sir David Attenborough's Jaws. How about Cloverfield from the view of a professional camera crew? This is what makes Cobra Kai so damn good. I would think Aliens from Newt's perspective would be pretty substantial. How a girl survived all that and the loss of her family alone on a foreign planet. Edit. And to clarify, as I wasn't expecting this to blow up lol, thank you all. It would be essentially the story of Newt living on Hadler's Hope, some background with her and her family, to the point her parents get face hugged, how the aliens slaughtered the colony, how Newt survived in the air ducts, and what she lived through, while ending with Ripley finding her and bringing her back to the Marine Operations Base. It would be set as a claustrophobic horror movie. With a good script this movie could easily do $300 millimo. Well, this isn't my idea or suggestion, because Orson Scott Card already did it, but he wrote Ender's Game a second time from Bean's point of view, and called the story Ender's Shadow. Robin Hood from the Sheriff of Nottingham's perspective. It'd be great to watch a movie about a medieval cop trying to catch a highwayman. Tom Riddle, becoming Lord Voldemort. I just think it would be interesting to watch his journey and his story. Although, maybe not all that interest as it seems, like he took a 30-year break to do whatever. Groundhog Day, from everybody else's perspective on the last day repeat. Just a movie about a small town and some weather guy who shows up at random points in people's day to make their lives better, for no apparent reason. Not a movie, but I would definitely watch Breaking Bad, but from the perspective of Gus Fring. That dude has a crazy story to tell. From his point of view. Avatar: The Last Airbender from the point of view of anyone but M. Night Shyamalan. 500 Days of Summer would be really interesting to see Summer's perspective on everything. Aladdin, from Jaffar's perspective. A college theater group did a very R-rated version that is absolutely hilarious, which can be found on YouTube under Twisted, the story of a Grand Vizier. What I would really enjoy is a late 80s early 90s hand animated Aladdin where Jafar is the defender of the Sultan's realm against some nefarious interloper who is bent on stealing the princess heart and worming his way into the royal family, and he has a genie. A Lion King prequel from Scar's perspective. Show what really happened before the Mufasa era and see how Mufasa cheated Scar out of the throne. Air Bud, but told from the POV of the kid who was pulled out of a basketball game to be replaced by a dog. Horror movies from the Monster Ghost POV. I want to see a superhero movie from the perspective of an insurance adjuster. It could be a comedy, but just like every day he wakes up and has enjoying his morning coffee and a bowl of oatmeal, then he flips open the morning paper and sees Iron Man went full Michael Bay again, or the Avengers were back in town, Long sigh. Stands up. Chair squeaks on floor. Clicks pen. Straps iPad to hip. Tightens camera strap. Has the real superhero. An alien invasion movie told strictly from the aliens' perspective, complete with their confusion about why the humans are responding the way they are. It would make sense to us, but would take the narrative form of mystery for them. It could be a clever way to illustrate cultural misunderstanding. An example could be, let's show them we are friendly by revealing all our weapons to demonstrate we aren't hiding anything, which the humans would take as a threat. I always liked that about the Borg on Star Trek. They genuinely thought they were helping the people they were conquering. A villain is scarier when it thinks it's doing the right thing. Forrest Gump from Jenny's perspective. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory from Willy Wonka's point of view. I want to hear his wicked thoughts. Shawshank Redemption told from the warden's point of view. IDK, that may be too dark of a story. I want a movie and a book called Neville Longbottom and the Sword of Gryffindor about life in the school while the big three were wandering around the woods. Nice try, Disney. I want to see a Batman movie from a goon's point of view. Like, he wakes up and eats some cereal before meeting up with the crew, and just by chance he hung out with Joe the Goon that day instead of Bob. Now he is just gooning around at night when all of a sudden he gets his ass kicked in by F King Batman. He can't believe his bad luck, and just like that, he was gone. Coolest fucked up thing to ever happen to him. The Princess Bride from Humperdinck Spoff. Star Wars as a goofy stormtrooper buddy cop comedy. Men in Black in point of view of K instantly changes everything. The Sandlot. From the perspective of James Earl Jones. How he grew up in the pre-Depression, pre-Civil Rights era, assuming he was born in 1900s. How he fell in love with baseball, went blind, what his life was like, and more details on how the beast came into his life and why rumors ran rampant about the pup.